The Secrets of the Pyramids. Part 1. Whispers in the Sand. The air within the chamber hung heavy, thick with the dust of centuries. Izzy meticulously brushed away the clinging particles, revealing more of the wall beneath. Her breath hitched in her throat. What she was uncovering was unlike anything she had ever seen before, a palimpsest of symbols layered one over another, a visual language that spoke of something ancient, something primal, something that resonated deep within her, a feeling more than a comprehension. It was a whisper in her soul, a call from the very stones themselves. These hieroglyphs, they weren't the familiar, stylized depictions of gods and pharaohs she had spent her life studying. These were older, more angular, almost geometric in their design. They pulsed with a strange energy, a silent hum that seemed to vibrate in the very air around her. She felt a sense of awe, mixed with a growing unease. This wasn't just a historical find, it was something else. A shiver ran down her spine, despite the stifling heat of the chamber. She felt as though she was being watched, scrutinized by unseen eyes. The silence, broken only by the faint rasp of her brush against the stone, pressed in on her, amplifying the feeling of isolation. She told herself it was just her imagination, the product of long hours spent in the claustrophobic confines of the pyramid. But the feeling persisted, a nagging sense of dread that clung to her like the desert dust. She continued to work, her fingers tracing the intricate lines of the strange symbols. She felt compelled to understand them, to decipher their hidden meaning. It was as if the stones themselves were whispering secrets to her, teasing her with fragments of a forgotten language. She took photographs, carefully documenting each symbol, each variation, each nuance. She made detailed notes in her journal, trying to capture not just a visual representation, but also the feeling, the almost palpable sense of antiquity that emanated from the wall. She focused on one particular symbol, a stylized eye enclosed within a triangle. It resembled the Eye of Horus, a powerful symbol of protection and rebirth, but it was different. The lines were sharper, the angles more acute. There was a sense of raw power in this variation, a hint of something darker, something more primal. As she studied the symbol, she felt a strange, tingling sensation in her fingertips. It was as if the symbol was reaching out to her, drawing her in. She felt a pull, a compulsion to understand, to unravel the mystery that lay hidden within its intricate design. Suddenly, she felt a rush of cold air, a stark contrast to the stifling heat of the chamber. The air grew heavy, charged with static electricity. The dust motes danced in the beam of her flashlight, swirling around her like tiny, restless spirits. She felt a presence, something unseen, something ancient, something powerful. It was as if the very air was alive, vibrating with an energy that she could feel but not comprehend. A whisper brushed against her ear, so faint that she almost dismissed it as her imagination. But it was there, a voice, ancient and ethereal, speaking in a language she didn't understand, yet somehow recognized. It was a warning, a plea, a command. She shivered, her breath catching in her throat. She knew she should leave, that she had stumbled upon something dangerous, something that was meant to remain hidden. But the pull of the mystery was too strong to resist. She had come too far, invested too much, to turn back now. She took a step closer to the wall, her flashlight beam dancing across the strange hieroglyphs. She felt a sense of anticipation, a thrill of discovery, mixed with a growing sense of dread. She was on the verge of uncovering something extraordinary, something that could rewrite the history of ancient Egypt. But she was also venturing into uncharted territory, stepping into a realm of secrets and shadows, where the past held sway over the present. The ground beneath her feet began to tremble, a subtle vibration that resonated through the entire pyramid. Dust and small stones rained down from the ceiling, a shower of ancient debris. The wall seemed to groan, shifting and settling under the immense pressure. She knew she had to get out, that the pyramid was shifting, that something was about to happen. But she hesitated, her gaze fixed on the strange hieroglyphs. She was so close, so close to understanding. The crack in the wall, previously hidden behind layers of dust and grime, began to widen. A dark passage lay beyond, shrouded in impenetrable shadows. It was as if the pyramid itself was opening up, inviting her in. She felt a pull, a compulsion to enter the darkness, to explore the unknown. She knew it was dangerous, that she was risking everything, but the lure of the mystery was too strong to resist. She took a step towards the opening, her heart pounding in her chest. She felt a sense of exhilaration, a thrill of adventure, mixed with a growing sense of foreboding. She was about to cross a threshold, to enter a world of secrets and shadows, where the past held sway over the present. Suddenly, a massive stone block fell from the ceiling, crashing to the floor just inches from her feet. The passage behind her was blocked, sealed off by tons of ancient stone. She was trapped. A scream escaped her lips, a primal cry of fear and desperation. She was alone, trapped in the darkness, with no escape. The pyramid had claimed her, swallowed her whole. The ground continued to tremble, the walls groaning and shifting around her. She could feel the pressure building, the weight of the ancient stones pressing down on her. She was trapped, crushed, entombed alive. And then silence. A heavy, oppressive silence that was broken only by the faint, rhythmic clicking sound. A sound that seemed to emanate from the very heart of the pyramid. A sound that spoke of ancient secrets, of hidden chambers, of forgotten gods. A sound that chilled her to the bone. The Secrets of the Pyramids. Part 2. The Architects of Silence. Izzy lay on the cold stone floor, disoriented and terrified. The darkness was absolute, a thick, impenetrable blanket that smothered all sense of direction. She could feel the weight of the pyramid pressing down on her, the immense pressure of the ancient stones threatening to crush her. She tried to move, but her limbs felt heavy, unresponsive. She was trapped, entombed alive in the heart of the Great Pyramid. The rhythmic clicking continued, a steady pulse in the oppressive silence. It seemed to be coming from everywhere and nowhere at once, resonating through the very stones around her. She tried to pinpoint the source, but it was impossible. The sound seemed to be inside her head, a rhythm that matched her own heartbeat, slow and steady, a countdown to what? She closed her eyes, trying to calm her racing thoughts. She needed to think, to find a way out. Panic would only make things worse. She took a deep breath, trying to control her fear. She was an archaeologist, a scientist. She had faced challenges before, overcome obstacles that seemed insurmountable. She would find a way out of this, too. She remembered the crack in the wall, the dark passage beyond. That was her only hope. She had to find a way back, to move the fallen stone block. But how? It was massive, weighing tons. She had no tools, no leverage, no light. She felt around in the darkness, her fingers brushing against the cold, rough stone. She was looking for anything, a tool, a lever, anything that could help her. Her fingers closed around something small, smooth. She brought it closer to her face, trying to discern its shape in the darkness. It was her flashlight, miraculously intact. She clicked the switch, and a beam of light pierced the darkness, illuminating a small area around her. It was a start. She could see the fallen stone block, its jagged edges casting long, distorted shadows. She could also see the crack in the wall, still wide enough for her to squeeze through. She stood up, her legs shaky and weak. She pointed the flashlight towards a passage, her heart pounding in her chest. She didn't know what lay beyond, but it was her only chance. She took a step forward, then another and another. She was moving deeper into the heart of the pyramid, into the unknown. The passage was narrow and winding, the walls closing in on her. The air was thick and stale, heavy with the smell of dust and damp stone. The rhythmic clicking continued, growing louder as she moved deeper. She felt as though she was being drawn towards it, pulled by an unseen force. The passage opened into a larger chamber, a vast space shrouded in shadows. The flashlight beam danced across the walls, revealing strange carvings and symbols, even more archaic than the ones she had seen before. These symbols were not just images. They were like gateways, portals to another dimension, another reality. In the center of the chamber, she saw it. A massive stone structure, shaped like a pyramid, but smaller, more intricate. It was pulsating with a faint light, the source of the rhythmic clicking. She approached it cautiously, her flashlight beam fixed on the strange structure. As she got closer, she could see that the structure was covered in the same strange symbols she had seen on the wall. They were not just carvings. They were alive, moving and shifting like living organisms. She reached out to touch them, and a jolt of energy surged through her body. Suddenly, the chamber was filled with light, a blinding white light that seemed to emanate from the stone pyramid. She shielded her eyes, trying to adjust to the sudden brightness. When she opened them again, she saw that the chamber had changed. The walls were now smooth and polished, the carvings gone. The air was clean and fresh, filled with a gentle hum. Standing before her were several figures, tall and slender, dressed in flowing white robes. They were not human, not exactly. Their features were delicate, almost ethereal, their eyes large and luminous. They radiated an aura of peace and wisdom, an ancient power that filled her with awe. One of the figures stepped forward, extending a hand towards her. "Welcome, Dr. Ramirez," the figure said, its voice soft and melodic. "We have been waiting for you." Izzy was speechless. She had stumbled upon something extraordinary, something that defied all scientific explanation. She had found the truth about the pyramids, the secrets that had been hidden for millennia. "Who are you?" she asked, her voice trembling. "We are the architects," the figure replied. "We are the guardians of this place, the keepers of the ancient knowledge." "The architects?" Izzy repeated, her mind reeling. "But how? What is this place?" "This," the architect said, gesturing towards the stone pyramid, "is the heart of the pyramid. It is the source of the power, the key to the ancient mysteries." "But the hieroglyphs," Izzy stammered. "What do they mean?" "They are a language," the architect explained. "A language of energy, a language of the universe. They are a way to communicate with the forces that shape reality." "And the pyramids?" Izzy asked. "What is their purpose?" "They are not tombs," the architect said. "They are not monuments to the dead. They are power plants, conduits for energy. They are gateways to other dimensions." "Gateways?" Izzy repeated, her mind struggling to grasp the implications. "Yes," the architect said. "Gateways to other realities, other timelines. The pyramids are a bridge between worlds." "But why?" Izzy asked. "Why build such things?" "To connect," the architect replied. "To connect humanity with the universe. To connect the past with the future. The pyramids are a testament to the potential of humankind, a reminder of what we are capable of achieving when we work in harmony with the universe. But that knowledge is dangerous in the wrong hands." "What do you mean?" Izzy asked. "Humanity has forgotten its connection to the universe," the architect said. "You have become disconnected, lost in the material world. You have forgotten the ancient wisdom, the knowledge that connects you to the source of all creation. And you are here to protect it." Izzy asked. "We are here to guide," the architect said, "to help humanity rediscover its connection to the universe. But only when they are ready." "And the clicking?" Izzy asked. "What is that sound?" "That," the architect said, "is the sound of creation. It is the pulse of the universe, the rhythm of existence. It is the sound that connects all things." Izzy looked at the architect, her mind filled with questions, her heart filled with awe. She had stumbled upon something truly extraordinary, something that could change the world. But she also knew that this knowledge was not meant for everyone. It was a secret, a sacred trust, passed down through generations, waiting for the right moment to be revealed. "What do I do now?" Izzy asked. "You will keep our secret," the architect said. You will be our voice, our messenger. You will share the knowledge when the time is right, when humanity is ready to receive it." Izzy nodded, accepting her destiny. She had been chosen, entrusted with a sacred mission. She would carry the secrets of the pyramids, the whispers of the sand, until the time came to share them with the world. The end